Yo, what up, everybody? I'm G.
Blade Brown.
And welcome to Punch Out Kings,
Yes,
episode number 3. What's up, my boy? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, bro. Chilling. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good. You know, like I said, another week, more boxing talk, new background, getting ready for a new music podcast we got coming up.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, so, like steady grinding, steady upgrading, So today we're going to be talking about classic fights that me and my boy Blade like. We're going to talk about big boxing robberies. And we also going to talk about, man, when you have to give Floyd Mayweather his credit. And also we're going to be discussing today how many belts you think it should be. Should it just be 1 belt or 4 belts? So that's what we're getting into today. So where you want to start this off at today?
Let's start with the controversy.
Okay. The controversy.
Yeah,
the biggest upsets, the biggest cheats. Okay, man. What's yours? What's your biggest cheat that you say that was a highway robbery in boxing that made you be like, boxing is definitely a business,
Well, for me, it's a lot of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how boxing is.
It is.
The one that always stands out to me mainly is Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea against Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was more so, I guess they dubbed it as a changing of the guard fight. And
True.
Pernell wasn't ready to change.
Nah, hell no, he wasn't.
He didn't like that
He
fight.
didn't.
He literally outclassed Oscar De La Hoya.
He sure
Oscar
did.
Couldn't touch that dude.
Nah, swinging that air.
That left hook that he was famous for. Couldn't hit him with it. Sweet Pea's jab kept him at bay. Like,
Sure did.
I had it down there like 9 rounds to 3, 10 rounds to 2.
Nah, that's definitely what it was, bro.
You know what I mean? It was crazy. And then Oscar De La Hoya told Sweet Pea to give him a rematch.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he wasn't fucking with him no more. He
Hell
like,
no.
nah. Like,
Hell nah. For real.
so even when they went to the card and they called Oscar De La Hoya's name, I was like, damn. Like, even the announcers was like,
What's going on here?
controversial decision. So,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah, that was one for me, man. I'll never forget that one. So
Yeah, I'm gonna step into a couple of them. I'm gonna go with Canelo Alvarez, like, you feel what I mean, against Golovkin.
Definitely.
Like I was like, man, what the hell just happened here? And Canelo versus the other guy he fought. What was his name? Damn, we were just talking about it. Damn.
Eris Landy Lara.
Eris Landy Lara.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
I that one right there, I was like, man, I was sitting here like, but like you say, boxing is a business, always first. And what made me even come up with this topic was watching the Rashidi Ellis fight, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that dude basically won every round and got knocked down 2 times.
Villa hit him with 2 punches.
You know what I mean? For real. And then turn around and here we go. Like, at the end of the fight, even his manager was looking like, man, what the hell happened with this shit? Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I was like,
that goes to what we talk about off the camera is,
yeah,
man, you can't leave that shit in them judges' hands.
Nah,
man.
you definitely can't leave it in them judges' hands, like, for real. And that's one thing about boxing is I think that's why a lot of time boxing has lost a lot of fans and shit like that due to that shit too. And the UFC has started to upclimb because that type of shit right there, like, you know what I mean, where you blatantly see like somebody winning, like, you know what I'm saying, for real.
Because it has to be transparency in them scorecards. We don't know what's on those scorecards.
Nah, you don't. Like, you know what I'm saying, for real. And we don't know. And sometimes they be judging shit like even the Bivol versus Canelo. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That shit was like, what the fuck? I was like, what were y'all guys watching? Like, that was close because
Canelo would throw the punches and he won't connect with the flurry, and the fans is
yeah.
And it's like, okay, but he didn't hit shit. He hit air.
Yeah,
they will block
exactly.
all of it. So, you know what I mean? Like, some judges sway off the crowd.
Yeah, that's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, some judges do that. So I was like, man, that's like, yeah, but that was like one that stood out to me like a lot, like the 2 Canelo fights. And even I was thinking about the Bivol one, like, you know what I mean? It's like when you the cash cow, man, they gonna have your back, like, you know what I mean? Because this will bring the tickets in. So they don't want you to lose. And the Bivol fight was just ahead, they couldn't cheat that shit. It would have been too much of a cheat for them to pull that shit off, like, so they tried to make it as close as they could, and that's that cherry pick that went wrong, like, you know what I mean?
And these boxing organizations, the more money you make, the more money they get, because each each boxer has to pay a fee for them belts.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
And that's what Teofimo Lopez was saying. He was saying when he had all the belts, he was like, "Shit, I'm paying all these fucking fees."
Yeah, for
every month.
Right. And like I said, what the fuck?
And I'm paying fees every month, 12 times a year. And I'm only fighting twice a year.
Twice a year. And how's that adding
shit
up?
Don't even add up.
So that make a nigga be like, man, fuck them belts.
Shit don't
like,
even add fuck them belts.
Yeah, for real. Like, hey, man, I know I won that shit. Okay, get that shit up. You can fight me and you can see what that shit is. But yeah, I wouldn't keep that shit neither. 12 months of fees on some fucking belts.
Nah.
Like, man, for real, like some toys, you feel what I'm saying? Because really what that shit is, that shit ain't no real gold. That shit ain't none of that shit like that. That's a wrestling belt. You know what I'm saying? For real. That shit is crazy as fuck, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, everything.
Facts.
Yeah, so for sure. So that shit like a wrestling belt. So
I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.
go ahead. That little shit, man.
Yeah,
The background, you know, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, with that Golovkin and Canelo, that definitely was controversial, man. I had Alvarez winning 7 rounds to 5 that first fight. It was close.
Yeah.
But Golovkin, he made the bigger impact in the fight.
Yeah.
He landed the bigger punches.
Yes.
And shit, he was faster. He beat Canelo. He beat Canelo with a punch.
He did.
You know what I mean? For him to be the older fighter, he was on point that fight.
Nah, he definitely was on point. That was his night that night. Like, you know, and I was like really shocked by that. Like the only time, obviously, that Canelo won was that last fight. And Golovkin, you were just over the hill by that time, bro. They knew what they was doing with that. Like, you know what I mean? For real.
And that's the fucked up thing. Canelo, he waited, let Triple G get old.
Yeah.
Nah,
exactly.
man.
Come on, like I say, he always gonna have the advantage. You feel what I'm
Let
saying?
him get
For real.
old and said, "Come on, let's fight."
And let's fight. Like,
and,
you know,
and Triple G knew he was older, but shit, that's one of his last probably fights,
man,
the biggest payday
he gonna get. So he just went in there and said, "Let me get that money, man. Let me go get that right quick." I ain't mad at him. Like, you know what I'm saying, for that. So okay, how old were you when that Parnell Whitaker and that Oscar De La Hoya fight happened?
I was probably about 16, 17.
Oh yeah, for real.
Teenager.
Oh yeah, you been in the boxing like a long time. Like,
my
you know
dad,
what I'm saying?
man, my dad put me on boxing. He always watched boxing. I watch it with him, man.
Hell yeah.
I grew the love off of him having the love for the sport
for the boxing, huh? For real. Yeah. And like you said, when you went to that fight, you say Oscar De La Hoya really couldn't hit nothing. Like, you know, and you seen that like Sweet Pea was just like
Sweet Pea was dancing.
Yeah,
doing a little shimmy. Yeah, Hoy was frustrated.
Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, exactly. That's what happened when every fighter can't hit a fighter. They start getting frustrated and they don't know what to do. And that's how you know they losing, because frustration showing on your face let you know that you losing too. Hell, like, you know what I'm saying? For real,
body language.
Your body language shows
your
it all.
Previous 5 fights, Hoy was putting motherfuckers away.
Exactly, he was. And
style.
And that's one thing about boxing. Style makes fights. Like, you know,
put motherfuckers away. He wasn't going to no decision. De La Hoya was getting them niggas up out of there.
Yeah, he was.
And then it came to Purnell. He just couldn't.
He just couldn't do it. But like you said, it was the changing of the guard, the new face. Like, you know what I'm saying? The young bull. They gonna bring the money in, and hey man, you know, this man didn't have his time. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get him out the way. So we gonna pull it off. And like, you know,
couldn't really market Sweet Pea like that.
Yeah,
nah. He had the name Sweet Pea, but he was a defensive fighter. You can't
exactly.
Market defense.
Nah, exactly. Because that ain't, like I said, that's why Javante is like the face. You know, it's like offense, to me, out of the he's not the most skilled to me, but he is gonna knock some shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he gonna sell the tickets. He's like, you know,
arenas out.
Exactly. And defense is not selling out no arenas. You know, the skill of boxing, like they said. The Devin Haney Shakur Stevenson fight might be the most skilled fight you'll see, but would it be the more action packed fight you'll see? No, you know what I mean. But if you're a person who loves boxing, you're gonna love that fight. But
you're the average fan, the average Joe just turning this shit on.
They gonna be like, oh, they running. Oh, this is boring. This, that, and the third. Like, you know, and it was crazy. They say that about Floyd, but Floyd was able to sell the fight so much before the fight that. That's really what Floyd did. He boxed, hit, didn't get hit. It wasn't the most exciting shit you would see, but it was a great skill performance from Floyd every time. Yeah,
definitely, because Floyd had the skills.
Yeah, he did.
He was a skilled fighter.
Yeah,
and he was a smart fighter. And he was the first one with the hit and don't be hit. That was his mantra. And he stood by that shit. He stood on it.
Yeah.
That's why he's able to go now and do these exposition fights and get his money. Look at him. Great health.
God damn.
Got his money.
For real, though. Good. Man, Floyd making more money out of boxing expedition fights to them actual boxing matches, man. That shit is crazy.
Like, remember Joe Louis started wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
Forced fights.
For real.
Doing all the bullshit because he didn't have the money.
He didn't have the money. Floyd just adding on top of his that he already got, man. Like I say, times have changed, like, you know. So, heck yeah. So, it was a couple of fights that just passed this weekend that just passed. And what you did you get a chance to check a couple of those out?
Yeah, I was kind of busy, but I did get to check out 2 of the fights. It was a Showtime card, so the co-main event was Mario Barrios against Giovanni Santiago, and
back
Barrios
at 147, huh?
Yep, put him out with a 8th round TKO.
Damn,
he was overmatched. It was a decent fight.
Yeah, and that's crazy, and that's like I say, and that's good that Barrios still look good like that because you know, like I said, after the Floyd effect, when people tend to lose now, they tend to think that they don't got it no more. Nah. Like, you know, so he looked real good after, and he didn't lose to he lost to Gervonta Davis and Thurman. Come on now, like, you know, if you're gonna take some losses,
2 top ranked opponents,
2 top ranked Hall of Famers, 2 Hall of Famers for sure going down in history as Hall of Famers. So them losses is like, man, he shook that off when got back at 147 and got busy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He'd definitely be able to get fights because he got the action packed style.
Nah, he do.
He got an action packed style.
Yeah, so
you always be able to get a fight.
So it was good, good seeing you in there, Barrios. Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting that win, looking good at 147. Definitely. You know where you supposed to be at. Like, you should stay there for a while. Like, you know, and continue to keep doing your thing. You're an exciting fighter to watch too. Definitely
a good fight for him. I think probably at 147. Probably Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, I think that's
like
a good
that.
One.
Boots.
Yeah, I think that's a good one too.
One of the he not scared of the young.
Nah, he ain't scared of him. Nah, hell nah. He willing to fight.
Yeah.
Like I say, man, if you a fight Tank, you feel what I'm saying?
You'll fight anybody.
Think about it because it's like, yeah, them other fighters may beat you, but they not hitting like that.
Oh, hell no.
Hell nah. He fought Keith Thurman and went all 12. He lost, and he took some punches and he gave some too. But like I said, ain't none of them. Even if Boots, he's skilled. Nobody hitting like Tank. You know what I'm saying? I was hearing this dude. I sent it to you earlier. His name was Keyshawn, not Keyshawn. Some guy was sparring with Tank for the Barrios fight. I sent a video to you, and they were saying, and that guy was like maybe like I think he was like a welterweight, like, you know.
Yeah.
And he was saying, man, Tank hit like a 178 pounder.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like for real,
Yeah.
he was like, man, he was like, nah, he hit hard. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Guys in higher weight classes use Tank to spar against.
Yeah.
To feel the power.
Yeah, exactly.
And get used to being hit.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, and like I said, so Barrios ain't scared to get in there. And what was the other fight that happened?
The main event was Shockey Foster against Ray Vargas. For, super featherweight championship, the WBC belt, the vacant belt.
That was a shocking, shocked the world. Like, you know, that's one of them.
With that one.
He did, because everybody had
Ray Vargas
winning that fight.
Ray Vargas undefeated, champion at 122, champion at 126. But this was his first fight at 130. He didn't want a tune-up fight. He went straight into the fight.
Man, I give him credit for that. Yeah, I give credit for people who just want to get to the squad.
To getting straight to it. But
yeah.
Shockey Foster was a better man that night. He controlled it with his jab and his pace. And he had Vargas frustrated the whole night.
Yeah, for real. See, that's the key to, man, that's one thing about boxing, man. Like, once you get frustrated, you pretty beating yourself in the fight after that.
Hell
because nothing's working. Everybody got a game plan. Like I said, Mike Tyson said, everybody got a game plan till they get hit in the mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you get hit, you like, damn, like, okay, what I'm gonna do? And then when you can't work whatever you plan is to doing and it's not working and they beating you to it every night and you trying different shit and it ain't working, the frustration is gonna put you farther down that rabbit hole, man.
You gonna mentally check out, especially if you ain't got no plan B or C.
Yeah, exactly.
You get into a fight with one style and you prepare for this, and then the fighter come with a totally different style.
Yeah.
Now you fuck.
That's why I always love the boxer. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. The most skilled fighter, because they always gonna have a plan.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying, for what's going on.
Definitely.
So that's the two you caught on?
Yep. That was the two that I called the main event, the co-main event.
Hell yeah. So anything coming up next week following?
Well, April 29th is Emilio Stanionis and Virgil Ortiz. So it's official.
Oh, yeah, okay. For real? Oh, damn.
Yeah. And that's for the secondary belt to not Keith Thurman, to Errol Spencer WBA belt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So basically, one of them will be in line to get a shot at Spence.
Damn, but like eventually. I said for the first episode, what a hell of a year in boxing to watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got some fights coming this year. Okay, so like I said, we got down that part. Let's get into
update. We got an update.
Oh
on,
yeah, what happened? What happened?
Garcia and Tank.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that shit. So what's going on with that, bro?
So right now, for what I was reading here, and they saying that the fight down there in jeopardy, and the reason is okay, the first fight is on Showtime. Tank's the A fighter. We get it. He's on Showtime. Cool. But the rematch clause, Showtime wants to hold the fight of the rematch. Oscar De La Hoya saying, nah, if we win the fight, then we should be the A side.
They should.
We should be able to host it on the zone. And Al Heyman ain't going for that.
Hell yeah.
They on the 1 yard line right now.
Man, for real. And can't get it in the goal. Like, you know. Come on, Al. Come on, Al, man. You got to respect the game, man. I know you've been doing it longer and you know what you're doing, but, bro, the A side, if the boy win the fight, they should have control of where it's at. Like, you feel me? Like, you trying to do the Devin Haney, y'all kind of Cambosis the situation.
His whole thing is, I'm not putting my fighter on no app. We fight on the pay-per-view platform. We're not going on the app.
Oh, yeah.
It's an app.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
Yeah, for real.
And it's that, too. And it's that I don't want to blow this app up.
Right, exactly.
I don't have no control over that app.
Now, you're right about that because that would blow the app up because I heard the zone is in a little couple of money problems anyway.
Yeah.
So, if they was to get that rematch, win, lose, or draw on the zone, that could bring more dope back to their situation. Like, you're right about that. So he like, I'm not saving that sinking ship.
Hell no.
You feel what I'm saying? For real. Hell nah. Let this shit sink. We gonna keep it over here on Showtime. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, you know, like I say, man.
But see, he never
business of boxing, bro.
If you notice, Al Heyman rarely sends his fighters out. So that's why when he sent Fulton to fight in a way, because he really looked out for Fulton, because Fulton's getting $3 million for that fight to go to Japan. Yeah. He ain't even seen down there a tenth of that. He's seeing $300,000, $400,000 a fight.
So yeah, man. Oh man, Fulton said, send me
Heyman,
across that water.
I want to go.
Hell yeah.
I want to go.
Nigga, 300 to 3 million.
Hell yeah.
Nigga, send me. You feel what I'm saying? For real though.
And if he beat in a way, which he can,
yes, I believe
it's going to put him in the top of the pound for pound list.
It sure will.
And it's a gang of money fight.
Yeah, for real. So that was that was a hell of a good business move. Now that was strategy right there, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, but I get it. You're right, man. Come on, man.
You say you're not blowing that app up.
Like, do not let this fight go through, man. Come on, man. We need this one. We need this fight. You know what I mean? We need this. Ryan, we need to see you fight Tank. I want to just see you. I just want to see you.
But they reached out to Regis Progress in case the Tank fight fall through. So
okay, so Regis versus Ryan. What you got that at?
Oh man, I got that's tough.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that's tough. Now it's totally different
now
for me.
It's evenly matched. How I had Ryan to beat Tank because of the size, the speed, the arm, the range.
Yep, true.
Now Progress is down there as tall as you.
Sure
Probably
is.
taller. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But strong, got power. Like he got
do.
power,
Facts.
fast. You feel me? So
hell yeah, and y'all both 140 pounders.
And he a dog. Progress gonna die in the ring.
Nah, he sure live.
Come out on the stool.
Nah, hell nah.
Die in that motherfucker.
He not leaving it up. Like I say, he leaving it all in the ring.
He leave that shit in the ring. So
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Now that right there, hey man, I ain't mad at that shit. As long as y'all can back that up, if that Tank shit don't fall through, okay, Tank. But if this don't fall through, bro, you got to fight Shakur or Devin Haney, bro.
Definitely.
You have to, bro. It's time. And if nobody else to go through, we don't want to hear none of that shit. Sign that paper. Like, man, be real, man. Like I say, no love lost. Go get one of them ass whoopings. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? For real, though.
The smoke out there.
You know what I'm saying? It's out there, you know, because that's the two people I'm for sure that I don't think you could beat, you know. So I just want to see that fight happen, and I just hope y'all can pull that through. But I get it, the zone. Hey, we gonna be the A side if we can get it. Yeah. But Showtime, like, man, I'm not throwing y'all
no bone.
You know what I'm saying? To y'all boat that got a hole in it, like that. You know, for real, drown.
So that's the hold up with that.
Yeah, okay.
Then I heard ESPN said they got Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor.
Damn. Oh yeah, you sent me something with that too.
For the summer, so that'll be a big ass fight.
That's a hella big ass fight. Now,
you know what I mean?
Like I say, once again, Tio, hope you can get your mind together, bro. If you can get your mind together, I'ma always ride with you. You feel me? But until you can show me like your head back in the game, man, you know that's something that you got that you can only do yourself, bro.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, and Edgar Berlanga, the chosen one. He signed with Matchroom Boxing a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he left Top Rank, you know, when he's with Top Rank. And Top Rank signed him, and then he had the knockout streak. Remember, he had 16 wins in a row.
Yeah.
And then his last 3 fights, he didn't get the knockout. So ESPN, you know, once you don't get the knockout,
man, there you go
for that.
Yeah,
now it's kind of like
now they can't sell you because they sold you off of knockouts only.
So he was having trouble with how they was matching him. So it was an amicable split. They both went their own ways, but I think I don't know. He's a good fighter. He got to take his craft more seriously. Like, he be hanging out with Fat Joe. You feel me? Hanging out with Tracy Morgan and all the type of guys. Like, I don't really care what you're doing in your past, but if you're going to be doing all that, make sure you come in that ring, you prepared.
Man, exactly. You feel me? It's your free time, but you still got to put on that performance.
Hell yeah.
When it's time to show, to keep them fans, to keep people interested to want to watch them fights.
But he's 25 years old, so he's at a point where he's, you know, get better, definitely.
Yeah, you know how it go. Everybody go through their little situations. Is it 25? That's a young man.
I'm just hoping he didn't sign with Matchroom and let Eddie Hearn sell him a dream of getting him this Canelo fight.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely ain't ready for Canelo. That's what I read in the comments.
Oh, man, for real? Yeah,
Eddie Hearn sold that motherfucking dream.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man.
He couldn't get Boo Boo to fight.
I think that's what Eddie Hearn tell everybody. Like, you feel me? Gonna get you Canelo.
Yeah.
You going over there, and then it don't happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hope that's what you ain't doing for. Cause
like, Berlanga, you gotta beat David Morrell Jr. You gotta beat them type of guys. Before you can even think of Canelo.
Right, for real.
You gotta beat Caleb Plant.
Man, you gotta work your way up there.
All them guys.
Even them guys ain't even got Canelo. So what the hell make you think you gonna get Canelo? Like, that don't even make no goddamn sense. But yeah, we're gonna see how that play out.
And then he screaming he sold out the, you know, the little Barclays room. I mean, the Madison Square Garden. He sold out the little small one.
Yeah.
You know, he got a good following the Puerto Ricans. You know, I like Berlanga, so, you know.
Yeah, he nice.
I hope it all works out for him.
Man, I do. I hope it works out too. But
definitely.
The business of boxing.
Of course.
We will see. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So that shit go.
We will see what's going down. Okay, so, all right, we didn't chopped out the news that's going on for right now. So let's get into classic fights, you know. Let's start with what's your classic fight of all time for you, my brother?
For me, Hagler Hearns, the second one. 3 rounds, 8 minutes of just
beating the shit out of each other.
Man. Fucking, I mean, Hearns hitting with some shots. Hagler walked through that shit, and I remember them 2 uppercuts and that left. It was a wrap. Yeah. 3rd round, like
it was.
That motherfucking fight right there had CT all over it, like 8 minutes of just rock 'em, sock 'em, like just standing there, just punching.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I guess that's probably why how they was talking, how they talk at this point in time, hitting each other like that. You feel me? That's why, man. Look, you can say what you want about Floyd Mayweather. I was about
to say that,
and all these people, but Floyd do not talk like Shane Mosley.
Hell no.
Floyd don't talk like Tommy Hearns. Floyd don't talk like none of these guys. You know what I'm saying? For real, because Floyd was like, you're not about to beat my head in. And them niggas are beating each other head in for 15 rounds and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, he like, hell nah, nigga.
And they was only getting probably, 100,000, 20,000.
For
I don't even know what they was getting back.
Man, hell nah. You right about that. They was, like I said, they wasn't getting no way to pay this shit right here. You feel what I'm saying? The money probably was coming off the advertising.
It wasn't no back ends where you gonna get this off the pay-per-view.
Nah, none of that shit. Get your ass in there and fight.
They want upfront money.
Knock that Jericho juice out your head. You know what I'm saying? For real. Hell yeah, but that's crazy. Like Marvin Hagler. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That dude right there was a beast.
Man.
The only person he lost to was what?
Hitman Hearns.
Tommy Hitman Hearns, right?
And I think he lost to Sugar Ray
Leonard. Like, you know what I'm saying? That dude was knocking shit
He was knocking shit out.
You feel me? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the cool thing about it. Like, you're right about that. He lost to Hearns, won against Hearns, right? For real. And he lost to Sugar Ray. Come on, man.
Everybody else he beat down.
Man, beat down, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I remember it's crazy because my pops used to have this Pepsi cup in his bathroom and shit like that. With Hearns on it with that bald head, you feel what I'm saying? Hell yeah, from that
synonymous.
Yeah, from that fight, like, you feel what I'm saying? I remember that shit back in the day, like, hell yeah, that fight on there. So yeah, that ain't gonna lie, that was a classic ass fight, like, you know,
just a bull, bro. Like,
hell yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, since we talking about get backs, I'm gonna just put an honorable mention in there. Before I get to like a classic one, when Roy Jones had got disqualified, you feel what I'm saying, in a fight when he had beat never can remember this nigga name.
Meldrick Taylor?
Huh?
Meldrick Taylor?
Was that? Nah. It was back in like 95.
That's the one when he had the knee on the ground.
Yeah.
I think it was Meldrick Taylor.
Yeah.
Montel Griffin. One of them.
Montel Griffin. Okay. That's the nigga name right there.
Okay.
And I'm an honorable mention classic because this nigga, Montel Griffin, was getting his ass whooped. got knocked down. You know, Roy was in the midst of shit and hit him and got disqualified. This nigga Montel Griffith was talking like he won the fight, like Roy couldn't fuck with him, like, you feel what I'm saying, for real. And that second fight happened, and Roy bust your ass so quick, so fast, like, you feel what I'm saying, for real, and got you up out of there. Like, you know, that was one of the, I believe that was one of my favorite get backs, like, because I was so devastated, because Roy is like my favorite fighter, like one of my favorite fighters of all time. So I was like, God damn, like, he lost, but he didn't lose, you feel me? And it's like, and then when you got to see this nigga, the dude went on all the talk shows,
he
talking all the shit and riding it.
He gonna write that.
Man, you just built Roy up to whoop your ass so cold. So I ain't gonna lie, that was one of my favorite classic givebacks. But my favorite classic fight of all time would have to be Ali versus George Foreman, the Rumble in the Jungle. And I know people like, yeah, people gonna say that, but it's like, it's basically, if you really watch boxing, if you watch ESPN Classics, if you see what George Foreman was doing to niggas at that time, bro, it was no way that nobody believed that Ali was going to win that fight. Facts. This is after Ali done had losses. He done lost to people that George Foreman was knocking out in the first goddamn round. So, of course, the world didn't believe he was going to win that fight. And that's why I say skill and being smart in the ring and boxing, that shit gonna get you a long way. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the rope-a-dope, like, you know, like that right there, he invented that just for George Foreman. Like, George Foreman was knocking shit out. Like, nobody believed Ali was gonna win that fight. They really had him written off because, come on, in boxing, once again, Father Time catch up with your ass.
Boy, Father Time defeated.
And for real, is undefeated. And it's rare the old fighter beat that young dog. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Especially in heavyweight. You gotta remember, this is when niggas just getting knocked out. That's really what it was. It's going to sleep. So, like I said, that fight, even the setup to it, like, you know, where they took it to, how, like, you know, George was representing America. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's another reason I ain't like that nigga George Floyd neither. I mean, George Foreman. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Neither, because this nigga was all-time super American short wearing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, nah, whoop this nigga. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, for real. So, my thing was, but he was young. He was a dog. But, like I said, Muhammad was just ready. Like, he got him in there. He wore him down. He let him use all that young man strength. And that's why I say the smartness of it. He like, I know you strong. I know you strong and you young. So, I'm going to use the skill and I'm just tire your big ass out. Like, you feel what I'm saying? For real, to where them arms can't get up. And I'm going to tip you and I'm going to put you out. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. And to be real, that's like, that's really Muhammad Ali's greatest win of all time. The one that they ever did, because it was like, man, that's when you had to respect that man will find a way to win. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for real, though. So that was one of my favorite fights, just because everybody figured that Foreman just had that in the bag, and how boxing skill, that's why I'm a lover of a boxer more than a brawler, me all the day. Like, you know, because if you got the skill and you got the brains, you're going to figure a way to win that fight. Definitely. So that's one of my classic fights of all time. One of my favorites.
Man, can't forget Diego Corrales and Jose Luis Castillo.
Nah, man, that was a bloodbath.
Blood fucking bath.
Hell yeah, and that's crazy. We gonna go. Diego Corrales is gonna come up in a little while for another reason. We got to talk for another topic we talk about too. But what about that fight that just stood out for you in your head? And what year was that fight? How old was you when that fight happened? About?
Probably about the same age, man. In my teens,
early
20s.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just remember just them always talking about it was gonna be this brawl, and it lived up to what they said it was gonna be.
Now, see, that be the thing when shit live up to the hype, man.
Come on, man.
For real.
I remember Castillo knocking him down twice in that 10th round, and I'm like, Diego finished. And he caught him, clipped him.
Yep.
Clipped him, put him down, put him out. I'm like, oh, man, shit. Like,
and what round was that?
10th round.
10th round.
Instant classic.
Yeah, it was an instant classic. I ain't gonna lie, that was a bloody ass fight, bro. I remember that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
war,
it was a war.
There wasn't no running.
Nah, hell nah.
Right in the same space, just
mixing it,
shots.
just going in. You know what I'm saying? For real. And that's crazy, man. Shout out to Diego Corrales, man.
Yeah, shout out.
No, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? The motorcycle accident, man. You was a very great fighter, man. One of my favorite fighters to watch. You know, you was one of my favorite fighters at one point in time. Right. And when I just had to give up you still was my favorite, but I had to take the facts over the feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna talk about that in a little bit. Like, you know. But yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, that fight was an interclassic. And who you was going for in that fight?
At the time, honestly, I don't even remember. I don't even want to just sugarcoat some shit. Like, I don't even remember.
You don't even know who was going for. You just remember that shit just stood out in your head.
It just was a great ass fight.
No,
man.
it was a great ass fight.
Two warriors, you feel me? Like, it's a good ass fight, man. You don't see him like that.
Nah,
no more,
you really don't see him like that no more. You know what I'm saying? For real. That was cool. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was another. You got another classic one?
Wilder Fury 1.
Oh yeah. Nah,
For the new school. Like,
yeah, exactly. We gotta come in. Boy. You know, it's crazy. I just seen some shit about steroids and shit like that. Somebody just got caught for fucking taking steroids. Some boxer, and Errol Spence and was laughing at him. And the nigga said the excuse was for he got tested for steroids because he said he ate too many eggs. Bro, I swear to God, I can't think about. He got banned for a while. He about to start fighting again. I can't. I got it in my goddamn phone, man. Like, for real.
The last guy I remember that got banned for steroids was the heavyweight that I was supposed to fight, Anthony Joshua, the big boy.
Oh, damn. Now, there's another fighter because basically they was talking about, like, how, like, they was talking about when Canelo got popped for the steroids, Tyson Fury got popped for steroids, Oscar Valdez got popped for the steroids. But this last nigga said it came up because he was eating too many eggs.
He's a black fighter?
No, he's not black.
Oh, okay.
Damn, when I'll think of his name after I'll post probably like in the comments and stuff like that. But yeah, and the nigga said he ate so many eggs, that's why the steroids came up in this situation.
That bullshit, man.
Fucking eggs, man.
And tainted meat, you feel me?
Yeah, tainted meat,
it's always
eggs.
some shit with them fighters,
Come
bro.
on, man. What the fuck, eggs, bro? I'm like, goddamn, man, that's some crazy ass shit. So, all right, that Tyson Fury, that Wilder. What about that one was a classic for you?
Man, just the knockouts, the way Fury rose after that knockout, like me seeing Wilder connect over. Motherfucker rose up like the Undertaker. Rose up like. I said, what the fuck? This motherfucker like.
Yeah, something different,
he gonna die in the ring. Yeah, I think that fucked with Wilder's mind.
It did. Come on, like I keep telling you. When Mike Tyson fought Buster Douglas, I was knocking everything out. I didn't knock this man out. Now, not even Buster Douglas. When he fought Evander Holyfield, put it that way. Because Buster Douglas, we know, Mike, you was on some other shit. Niggas say I was tossing Japanese bitches like grapes. I was over there. That wasn't. But I'm talking about when you got out of jail, when I realized that Evander Holyfield was totally different and Mike was a knockout artist, and that's why I don't really go for the knockout artist, because that's what I feel gonna happen to Gervonta. You gonna meet that fighter that's gonna eat that punch, and now the fight is on. When all you been doing is knocking niggas out, when a nigga eat that punch and they get up, it's discouraging. And that's what happened with Wilder. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I've been knocking. One thing about Wilder, that nigga could be losing the fight. Tank, same thing. Mike Tyson, same thing. They catch you with that punch,
it's over with.
It's over with. But when the nigga take that punch, you feel what I'm saying? And now you got to fight. And he can eat him, because that's what Evander Holyfield was eating.
Man, and I had Tyson in that fight. And I was just like, this motherfucker Holyfield, boy, he's just eating him.
Eating him, you feel me? Like
walking through him. But
you got to think, man, Holyfield had got punched by Riddick Bowe. That nigga got punched by Lennox Lewis. Man, that nigga is built, he's a bulldog. You feel what I'm saying? For real, though. Everything don't work the same on everybody. Just like you said, like,
that Evander with hair was different.
Errol Spence punished everybody, but he did not punish Sean Porter. Some people can take punches differently. You feel what I'm saying? And who's the fighter that's going to take punches differently when Gervonta hit him? Then they gonna take that shit and they gonna be like, all right, nigga, I took that. Oh, this shit hurt, but nigga, I'm dying in here, nigga. You about to lose.
That's why he campaigning that 135, because he go to 140. Try that shit with progress. He gonna take that. He gonna walk through that shit.
And then it's time to go.
Walk through that shit.
Ain't going to get it. So, like you said, Fury got up like the Undertaker. Like, man, Tyson Fury, man, I give it up, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never been a fan of white fighters. You feel what I'm saying? For real. To be real, man, I didn't want to even give it to you. You feel what I'm saying? But the skill that you have, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just it's true, bro. Like, you feel me? Wilder was discouraged what went through his head is like, damn, this supposed to be over. Now it's time to fight. You feel what I'm saying? For real.
And that gave Fury confidence for
It did.
for 2 and 3. When he got the 2,
Nigga, I could take that.
he knocking that nigga around the ring.
Like, for real, I could take that. Like, I'm the nigga who took the punch of the man who got the highest knockout ratio in boxing history, bro.
Facts.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? For real. I took it. I would go down in history as the nigga that beat him and the nigga who was able to take that nigga's punch. Cause I've seen many try. You feel what I'm saying? And look, after that, another nigga just went to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? For real though. Nigga, that's just everybody have their kryptonite fighter, man.
Facts.
Everybody has it,
Facts.
man. Everybody
Facts.
has that fighter. So I ain't gonna lie, that was the changing of the shit where I just had to give Tyson Fury his props. Like, you feel what I'm saying? For real.
Definitely.
So that's your classic ones you got in there.
And we didn't talk about it earlier, but Joshua Klitschko. Man, did you see that fight?
Which one?
Anthony Joshua and Klitschko?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man, that shit was fucking like...
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Just thinking about it, man, it was like 80,000 people. Like, that shit was like a fucking... That fight was crazy. Like,
that was. Okay, what stood out about that fight to you?
Just Joshua catching Klitschko, you know, being an older fighter.
Yeah.
He knocked Joshua down.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, oh, shit. But then Joshua clipped him. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Put him down, like... Yeah, that was a good-ass fight. The whole crowd.
That was. Like I said, it was set up. It was a young versus the veteran, you feel what I'm saying? Right. The veteran still wasn't no pushover to where, man, look, he could have had it, like, you feel what I'm saying? And the young dog just pulled through in this situation. So, that definitely make a classic fight.
That was a classic fight.
Like, definitely. For real. Okay, now let's get into it. The talk what it is, man. When did you have to give Floyd Mayweather his props? Like,
man, definitely.
For real. What year was it? What fighter was it? What time? And when you had to be like, look, man, even if he ain't my favorite fighter, I gotta just say, man, that nigga's the man. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
For me, it was when he fought De La Hoya.
Yeah.
Like I said, De La Hoya was on Channel 13, fighting at the sports arena. He putting these Mexicans down.
Yeah.
They promoted him. Like, Mayweather wasn't promoted like that.
Sure
the hardcore fans who knew boxing knew
Nah,
Mayweather
that's true.
was,
You're right about that.
You just seen De La Hoya, like, this Olympic guy.
Exactly.
I think he had already beat Julio Cesar Chavez.
From Los Angeles, you feel what I'm saying? Fighting on local television, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, we all seen that shit, like, for real though.
I watched him growing the sport.
It wasn't no Instagram, it wasn't no YouTube, nigga. I ain't know who I didn't know Pretty Boy Floyd, like, you feel what I'm saying?
I grabbed the LA Times, Oscar De La Hoya, this phenom.
Exactly,
you feel me?
Exactly. I knew about Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya. That's it, because they both from here. You feel what I'm saying?
So when they fought, and De La Hoya being the bigger fighter, it was kind of like, okay, this Floyd, he's really he's really that guy. Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
De La Hoya was putting guys down.
I was going for De La Hoya.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Definitely.
And I ain't gonna lie. This one dude I know, his uncle knew about Floyd, and so he taught the whole family about Floyd. So I'm the only person in the whole house going for De La Hoya. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and they looking at me like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, he about to get him. They like, what? They like, man, you must don't know. I'm like, nah, hell nah, man. I don't like Floyd Mayweather. He be talking, you know what I'm saying? He talking shit, blah, 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 in the third. But that's what it was. He was able to make me think he was a villain. You feel what I'm saying? But he was really just building his image and his shit up, man. You feel me? And it made me not watch the skill and just not like the fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Facts. Instead of just, I have feelings over facts. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it was. So, like, what did you see in that fight? You know what I'm saying? That Floyd did that just showed you he was just on a whole nother level.
Just his ring generalship.
Yeah.
Like, containing the ring.
Yeah.
Not letting De La Hoya get to his spots.
Yeah.
Not letting the bigger man control the jab. Like, like, he showed me a little power in that fight.
Yeah.
He showed me that he was a faster fighter. He showed me he was a smarter fighter.
Man.
So that fight right there for me, I was like, okay, this he's the one. Then okay. Then with Mosley, I'm like, okay, Mosley the power guy, this and that. Still not getting Mayweather's credit. Second round.
Man,
Mosley gave you 50 seconds of just tried to put him down.
Man,
he tried.
The greatest 50 seconds in
ever
any fighter ever against Floyd Mayweather.
And I remember after that round, Floyd's father distinctly telling him, box that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And after that, Floyd won round 3 through 12.
Yeah.
I don't think Shane landed 20 punches between 10 rounds.
And that was one of the ones that woke me up too, because we always wondered if Floyd get hit, what was going to happen. And he took it.
He took it.
He ate it. He was hurt.
Shane tried.
He was hurt, but he ate it. And think about it, when you're not used to seeing a person get hit, you would think they got a glass jaw. That's why they don't want to get hit. Nah, nigga, I just don't want to get hit. But I can take a punch. And that's when you just have to be like, God damn, nah, Floyd.
And it just shows Floyd's conditioning.
Yes.
He don't really get credit for his conditioning.
Nah.
Like, fucking Mosley burnt himself out in that second round.
He sure did.
He was gassed.
He
You could
was.
tell he wasn't a conditioned fighter, because how you gas in the second round? I thought he threw a gang of flurries, but
hell
he
yeah,
could have took round 3 off and round 4 off. He should have been ready for round 5 through 12. Like,
exactly.
He was fucked up.
Hell nah,
that just shows his conditioning. You know,
it just showed conditioning. It just showed that Floyd was just on a whole nother level.
Way.
Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie, a whole nother level. So that's the two.
So them was the 2 fights where I had to like give him his props, and stop doubting that motherfucker.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it started, like I said, I seen it with Oscar, but I was still like, man, I still didn't want to give it to him. But then, like I said, when he fought my favorite fighter, Diego Corrales, like, you know, I was like, man, ain't no way Floyd gonna be able to the pressure. You know, you got to pressure Floyd. You feel what I'm saying? If one thing we know about Diego Corrales, it is squabbing the whole fight. Pressure fighter. So I'm like, hell nah, you can't. How you gonna? Yeah, you can dodge and you gonna do that running you doing. I'm calling it running at that time, not realizing he just outsmarted everybody. Like, definitely. You know, it's not running. I'm just making you look bad. You feel what I'm saying? Right. For real. So I'm like, man, hell no. Floyd about to get his ass whooped. Like, he ain't gonna be able to keep this pressure off of this fight. And then the fight started. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Floyd Mayweather. And then hit, not get hit.
Facts.
Frustrating. Punching the shit out of my favorite fighter at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just only a way that Floyd Mayweather could do it, man. Like, yeah, I was looking like, God damn. Like, I'm like, oh, nah. This ain't no shit talker. This ain't no
he backing it up.
This ain't no nigga who is punch and running. Nah, this is skill. This is smart. This is accuracy. This is everything. This nigga is the man. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, for real. And I just had to be like, damn, Diego Corrales' face showed it all. Like, you feel me? And it wasn't the last time. See, that's the thing. It wasn't the last time you seen that look on every other fighter ever. You want me to keep going? Like, you feel what I'm saying? For real.
All of them at that
Canelo, look. Your face looked like that at the end of the fight.
Boy, Cinnamon was swinging that air.
For real, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you want to know, like I said, man. And then after that, I was like, okay, you know what, man? He got Diego, man. Pressure don't work. But Zab Judah, you feel me? Zab got that skill. Zab, man,
got the brain.
He got a dog.
His brain.
He gonna get it, but once again, Zab came out pretty good. You feel what I'm saying? It was a good fight. You feel what I'm saying? He could get a little frustrated, did some bullshit to Floyd. Some crazy shit happened. They stopped the fight. Niggas fighting in the ring, all this crazy ass shit. He hit Floyd in the nuts. You feel what I'm saying? For real, like
that shit was a straight shit show.
That was a fucking
I ain't even lie.
That was a shit show right there, bro. So, man, after that, Floyd came back and, man, he beat the shit out of Zab Judah, bro. It was just like, oh, nigga, you want to play with me? You want to hit me in the nuts? Oh, you want to do all this bullshit like this? I'm just about to beat your ass and just show you that I'm the goddamn man. Like, you know, and then at the end of every time I've ever seen a person fight Floyd Mayweather, it is that confidence. By the time the middle of the fight come,
that shit gone.
It's gone.
Motherfucker mentally checked out.
For real, mentally checked out. And then at the end of the fight, they all say, man, you didn't realize that's what that was. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, until you got in there. Like, you know, so I ain't gonna lie, like, Floyd has put that look on many fighters' face time and time again. I've never seen a person put that look on fighters' face, like,
nah, because
over and over again.
And that's why he's the best ever.
He lived boxing. He really lived boxing.
He didn't party outside or whatever. You see him in the club, he do what he had to do, and he get on.
And exactly, and see, listen, and if the world was more social media when I first got introduced to Floyd Mayweather, to really see that was just a show to sell tickets.
That's it.
I would have been loving Floyd Mayweather since the beginning. I thought Money Mayweather was really Money Mayweather. I thought that's who he really was, and that was only a WWE character. Like, you feel what I'm saying? For real, to make the money for all these young niggas. Let's be real, and that's one thing I can say about all these young fighters. Everybody from Sean Porter to Give It Up. They said, man, Sean Porter was like, man, I came down to the 140 something because that's where Floyd was making the money at. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I never wanted to come down to there. I wanted to stay up at the heavy because I walk around at that. I was like, man, that's where the money at. You feel me? And he brought everybody down there to make that money. Like, Floyd, you changed the game, man. You feel me? Because these fighters now are able to, like, you know, oh man, it's crazy because what up with this nigga Bernard Hopkins hating on the young fighters? What happened to Bernard Hopkins, man? Like, what happened to this dude?
He started late in his career, and he didn't get the just due that he feels.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that don't mean that you should handle the younger fighters.
He was hating on Devin Haney.
Because Devin got the belts, the money, you feel me?
The money, and he was like, man, but like I said, Big Haney always gonna defend his son, bro. He came in with saying, like, at 23, my son is undisputed. You was in jail at 23. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For real. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to put my son down, talking about what type of kid he not no person like you. You feel what I'm saying? For real, though. He was like, man, he's actually a better person. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like a better man. You feel what I'm saying? And you put my son down and you talking about, like I say, social media. Talking about Ryan, who knows Devin Haney. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ryan got the followers, but Devin got the belts. And you a person who I thought was all about you being over the zone didn't change you into I don't know.
He's corporate, bro.
Yeah, he
hang around the way he corporate.
Man, he didn't turn corporate, bro. This the person that I never thought would be corporate because how long it took you to even get your chance, bro. It took you 10 years to even get a title fight. So you really know what it looked like to be on the outside end. You really know what it about hard work, and you really know what it is to be a black man to have to pull yourself up and really do this shit on your own, and not the way you be just talking about these young black men. And Devin Haney don't get in no trouble. That's why I don't get why you diss him. Facts. You don't hear no bad news about Devin Haney.
It's the money. Yeah, it's like a bitter rapper.
Yeah, exactly.
And you see the new rapper getting 100,000 a show.
Yeah, for real.
And you know you better than him.
Yeah.
He's hot garbage, but he's getting 100,000 a show.
Yeah, exactly.
And you this MC with all these words.
Yeah.
You ain't got it, so you hating. Like.
Yeah, man. I was just like, man, when I was just hearing, like, I'm like, damn, Bernard, like, I didn't know it was like that. I was like, damn. I'm like, damn, you really hating on these young cats like this?
Bernard ain't get his just due, so you know, it is what it is, though. You feel me? Hang around Oscar ass, man.
Man, for real, nigga then went corporate than the motherfucker, man. I was just like, man, this is fucking crazy. I was like, nigga just hating on these young ass fighters. Like, it's crazy. Right. I had seen a live Keyshawn and
Keyshawn Davis
and Shushu and what's that?
Richard Torres,
that big guy and Dragon Tiger Johnson.
Tiger Johnson,
and I guess he was just saying like sparring against Shakur, like, you feel what I'm saying? And he was like, man, that shit's some other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keyshawn, he was like, man, he said because even though we boys, man, you got to be on your shit because he's trying to get you up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't playing around.
Like, for real. And then even Shushu was basically saying, like, my best work come from Shakur and Keyshawn. Like, you feel what I'm saying? He was like, man, y'all give me the best work. Like, you feel what I'm saying? For real. Like, because y'all skilled like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. So that'd be cool that these youngers be going in there live. Like,
Tyrang got them young stuff.
And what's the big dude?
Richard Torres.
Yeah, he was talking about, and I'm sparring y'all. They're like, nigga, you too damn big. The fuck are we gonna spar you? You can knock us out with one trying to knock our head out.
No, because Shakur spar with Big Baby.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah.
God damn.
Get that work with him.
You
feel me?
God.
I know Jared ain't gonna give him his all, but he gonna give him some work though.
Hell yeah, he gonna let him feel that power.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you feel what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, hell yeah. And that's all to make you better. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I like that little group, that Keyshawn, Shoo, Tiger.
Yeah,
Richard,
exactly. For real though. Because it's cool how, like I say, man, that's one thing. They helping each other get better. But then they still all want to go for each other's head at the end of the day. It ain't nothing but friendly competition. You feel what I'm saying?
Richard Torres, I don't know if you've seen it. He asked him. He was just like, yeah. So how do you feel about how we're being handled by ESPN? He like, I feel I'm being handled cool. Mm-hmm. Then Tiger was like, yeah, I feel I'm being handled cool. Shushu was like, yeah, I feel I'm handled cool, but I want to have my input and my say so on who I fight in my career too. Torres like okay, like hell yeah.
Nah, that's true though, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real, like. I ain't gonna lie, man. Boxing gonna be popping for a long time, bro, because there's a lot of up and coming stars and shit like that right now. Like, so I like I said, because you be throwing me when they go on the live, I jump in. Yeah. And I caught another clip of it, like, maybe not too long ago and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, okay, this is dope as hell. Like, so I was just like, man, yeah, but. Yeah, that was some shit that caught me, like, that I'd be, like, catching them young dudes. I like catching them out and, like, checking on, see what they got going.
Definitely.
So so we say that's on the, might not happen is on the 1 yard line. We know the Benavidez fight for sure that's happening.
Signed,
for sure. Delivered. The Inoue and Fulton
is signed, but I think they still going through some little shit to get it official, where they're gonna have the official rollout. The fight is gonna be the official day and everything. So, waiting on that.
Right, for sure. Like, you know what I mean, for real. What else? Who else? Coming up? Who else coming up next? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think about.
Really, we got Benavidez and Plant March 25th. So that's
the next.
That's the next big
main
fight.
Big fight that's coming up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? For real, though. Okay. Yeah.
And then Canelo fighting John Ryder. I already knew. It's funny. I already knew he was fighting John Ryder. They had said that for a while because he said he won because since he matched his elbow up, he going to take like a tune-up fight. Yeah. And then come and get Bivol in September, Mexican Independence Day. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. So he really going to fight Bivol?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. I got to say, man, I might... I wonder what the odds gonna be on that shit this time though, bro.
I think Canelo's still gonna be the favorite.
Come
on. I don't think they give Bivol because he's still in a household name.
Yeah, he not for
real.
He
won that fight. It's kind of like,
man, I might make me a bet on that.
It kind of gave a little notoriety, but
I might make, and I ain't gonna lie, I might make a bet on that. So let me know when that's coming up.
Yeah, definitely.
What you think the odds gonna be on that one?
Probably Canelo, maybe like 425 minus 425, meaning you got to put up $425 to win $100, and Bivol probably will be anywhere between plus 200 to plus 300, meaning you put out $100, you'll win $200 or $300.
All right, yeah, I'm putting that, man. Yeah, and then can you bet for a knockout?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
so
man.
So usually the knockouts they be
man.
Usually that you can bet on that.
Canelo take that fight. You feel what I'm saying? I think he gonna knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, I think he gonna knock your ass out. I hope you take that fight, man. Yeah, man. Go to sleep on Mexican Independence Day. You feel what I'm saying? For real. Nigga, cause, like I say, man, I'll give it. You going for legacy now. The fact that you taking this fight, you going for legacy. I usually be saying, man, this nigga's the running man. You feel what I'm saying? For real. But if you take that fight, just get your ass knocked out. It's still part of your legacy. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? For real. Definitely. Go ahead. It's part of your legacy. Definitely. Go ahead and get knocked out. But yeah, okay. Hell yeah.
So that fight, that's really the main fights I can think of off the top of my head. That's signed.
That's signed. It's crazy. Like, there's a whole lot of shit just like sitting like right at the door. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, but it's not really like the signed fight. So that's really like
so much extra language of these shows. But now where we find who's the A fighter, who's the first fighter introduced in the ring,
and that's another thing I forgot. Before we get on the belts. Yeah, the belts. That's one thing we just forgot about to get on.
So we was earlier talking about the belts in boxing. So we want your comments of how you feel about multiple belts being spread across each weight division. Like me personally, I don't mind the four: the WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF. Cool.
I don't mind it neither.
But the WBA, because like I said, by them having them belts out, you get the sanctioning fee.
Yep.
So the WBA has the main belt, which, like, I'll give you an example. Like at 147, Spence is the champion. But they have an interim champion. They have a super champion. They have a world champion. They got all these extra champions. So
What
it's
the
like,
fuck is this, man?
goddamn, Spence can't line all of them up. So
Hell no,
I
he
get
can't.
a WBA props because they have been eliminating the belts.
Yeah.
So now I think maybe 3 divisions have 2 champions. It used to be like 3 or 4, but
Yeah.
they start making them 3 and 4 guys fight.
Yeah,
They start
that-
casting them up.
Cussing
that
them
one.
out.
So,
Okay,
so
yeah, okay.
I think they got like maybe 3, 1 in 147. I think they got 1 in 130, and maybe 1 across the other division. But and David Morrell, he's a champion at 168.
Okay, yeah.
He's like a regular champion.
Yeah, I agree with you too. I think it should be 4 belts. I don't think it should just be 1 belt. Like I said, because if it's 1 belt and if you can hold up, and one nigga can be the championship and keep on holding on to that belt forever and not fighting people, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, then that shit we ain't gonna never have no.
Yeah.
We gonna have a champion for the rest of our life. One goddamn champion,
just holding the belt,
Nigga
not
just gonna
fighting.
be cherry picking, fighting cans. You feel what I'm saying? For real, and gonna have the longest ringing belt championship ever. You feel me? Unless, like you said, they come up with something to make
Where
you have to fight.
If it is 1 belt,
Yeah.
you got to fight. And I'm talking
Yeah.
about, see, how they do it now is with the top 10 rankings, if you notice, they don't ever put like Shakur or this guy at 1, 2, and 3 because then they'll have to fight.
Yeah.
So they'll have Shakur maybe not ranked in the WBC. They'll be number 1 in the WBO.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
number 1 across all of them, but then
Yeah.
you have to fight the guy. So they'll have him not in this one. And they'll have these cans at 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
So you can have to fight a can and not fight these top guys.
Yeah.
So
And there's a way of just like stopping. It's basically like roadblocks.
of course.
Yeah, exactly. Way to stop them actual fights that's supposed to
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
from happening. Yeah, get that shit out the way, man.
Because like even Shakur now, he's going down in the list, and the guys that's in the list is like
Yeah,
they ain't the top guys, but they don't want to put them guys right there, so they put these tomato cans in there.
exactly.
So,
yeah,
you know,
so I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'm down with the 4 belts. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying, for real, because it's like you said, it gives more people opportunities, and that's true. Because like I said, if it was 1 belt for everything, man, come on, man,
it'll be tricky.
it's way tricky. Ain't no fights happening. A whole lot of fighters gonna just be like, man, what am I doing this for?
And you get your money as a champion. So when you have
Yeah.
that fight and it says world champion, or a unified championship,
That's when the papers
that-
start coming
that
for
brings the
boxers
paper
anyway.
in,
And if
it
it's just
brings the
one
fans
champion,
in, like
if it's one champion, there's one nigga just getting paid. Like, you feel what I'm saying? For real. So yeah, so
that's why I want to see Spence and Crawford at 147 for the undisputed.
yes.
Not at 154 for nothing. Like I want to see it for a meaning.
Yeah,
for a meaningful title. Like,
not just a notch on my belt that
Yeah,
I beat you and you beat me.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? For real though. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, the 4 belts is good, but all them extra belts,
Yeah.
like what type of belt is that Javante got?
boy, he got 2 bogus belts.
See
bruh.
that? What is it?
He the regular champion at the WBA 135. So Devin Haney is the champ.
You see what I'm
He's
saying?
the regular champion, so he has a belt there.
What the fuck is a regular champion?
They got the regular. I think it goes super, regular, interim. It's all kind of
See that's that shit that gotta
they
go
have
right
champions at recess.
Yeah.
They have a franchise champion. So
there. See what I'm saying?
it's
Like
all different shits. But yeah,
this like the WWE shit.
he a secondary champion at 135, and then secondary champion at 140. Because Josh Taylor had all the belts. He was a champion. That's why it was funny. I was watching the fight, and they was like, "Yeah, well, Josh Taylor got 4 belts. How's he a champion?" And they had to explain it to the people.
Yeah.
Like, he's the regular champion, and his belt it's a fake belt basically.
Right, for real. And so Devin have the super
Devin got all of them. He got
Okay.
the official all 5 belts.
from all exactly.
WBA, WBO, WBC, and IBF, and he got the franchise belt. Remember that WBC made that franchise belt for Lomachenko when he had the fight Devin Haney.
Oh yeah, they sure did.
That's why he had a green belt and Haney had one.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember Teofimo? He was saying that he was undisputed.
Yeah.
But Devin had the belt. Because remember,
Yeah.
they emailed Devin Haney the belt.
Yeah, and that's why that nigga Javante was calling that nigga
He's like,
email
he's an email
champion.
champ, like-
Exactly. Yeah, for real. I remember that shit. Yeah.
Because Loma didn't want to fight him, so Loma said they
Yeah.
made him the franchise champion.
Yeah.
And they gave him the green belt. They emailed him the belt.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, see, that's some bullshit, man. Yeah. Get rid of all them other bullshit belts. Keep the 4 belts. Get that other bullshit up out of here because all that do is stop fights, have a nigga go around Even Ryan Garcia, what the fuck he be walking around with? Hey, that nigga don't got no belt now. That's
him. But see, they give WBC, they get that green belt out. They just be handing that
for
belt
real.
out. Like,
I be like, hold up, man, what belt is this?
Think
nigga
about
got?
it. If you notice after the fight, most of the fights, they put that shirt on.
Yeah.
WBC.
Yeah.
They get that WBC that hat.
Yeah. Yeah, for real though. Yeah.
They got WBC. They President Mauricio Suleiman. He's the best one to me. Like, I like him. Like,
yeah.
Because even when Canelo fight, he always had like the little Mayan belt from Cinco de Mayo. He always had the cool little belt.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's true.
He a cool one.
Yeah,
like
he try to do that. I'll be one day. I notice when I'll be seeing Ryan, I'll be like, hold up, nigga, what belt do you really got, bro?
But then they had an NABO. That's like the North American Boxing Organization Championship. So if you ever see it, they have a smaller green belt. It's a real. It's real. It's the smaller one.
Oh, that
so
shit
they got the
crazy,
NABO,
bro. Oh yeah, that's a wild ass shit right there, man.
The GBO, the Global Boxing Organization. So they got all these different belts.
Yeah, man, to make a whole lot of money.
And them belts,
them
belts is like regional belts.
Yeah. But they make money off them motherfuckers.
Of course, hell yeah.
Your
fee might not be big as the WBC
hell
original belt, but
for
if
real,
they get $1,000 a pie, they gonna take
and
that.
then how much is the fees on them belts again? I heard about.
Man, I seen Teofimo. He had a receipt. If I don't believe, he had a receipt for 5 belts, and I think it was damn near like I want to say it was 3,000 a belt, like 15,000 or something like that.
A month. Nigga, what the fuck is that? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, for real, though. Nigga on some fucking belts. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, for real, yeah. They running the game with that belt shit.
And they call it a sanctioning fee.
Yeah, man. They ain't gonna lie. They running cold cap with that shit right there, man. That's some wild ass shit, man. For real. That's some definitely wild ass shit. That's
the gang of innuendos in boxing that people already know about.
Yeah, for real. Hell yeah. But like I say, man, hopefully somebody learned something from us talking about that shit today. Like, you know. Definitely. And yeah, get rid of all them trash ass bullshit ass belts, man.
Keep let us know how y'all feel about them belts in the comments.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So this has been another dope ass episode. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we broke down our classic fights when you had to give Floyd Mayweather his props. You know, the biggest cheats. What's up with all them bullshit ass belts? And like I say, man, I'm G Money.
Blade Brown.
It's been another episode of Punch Out Kings. Peace.
Yeah.